Tristan, I'm sure you have a good opinion on this. It's been a while since we've seen Crystal Rose in the ring here at the Landmark Arena. What with her allegiance with Hanson, the only time I can think of was at Hardcore Hell Night 2. Do you think there might be, dare I say, some ring rust?
Never. Never. But you know what? No ring rust. Not a lot of time in the ring other than seconding Hanson. But you know what? Even though Trixie is a second-generation wrestler, she is no match for the natural-born legend, Crystal Rose.
Crystal Rose, she has shown time and time again she's willing to do what it takes to get the win. I remember a classic moment at Hardcore Hell, her leaping off the top of the cage with a spinning crossbody. It's absolutely breathtaking and effective.
See the referee taking some offense with Crystal Rose's studded bracelet.
I don't see why. It's just an accessory. She would never use it in a match.
I'm questioning how much you know Crystal Rose now.
I know her very, very well. I'll tell you what, she's actually a sweet woman. She helped me decorate my house last Christmas.
What did she decorate it with?
You don't need to know that. That's none of your business.
Can't argue that. Right off the bat, though, Trixie playing some mind games, crawling around on the floor.
There's no room for that in wrestling.
You don't think there's room for mind games?
No.
No?
Wrestling. It's not pro mind games. It's pro wrestling.
Well, I mean, that's fair, Tristan, but maybe, Jesse, you might agree with me more. It is a good way to get under your opponent's skin and maybe get the edge, which is something Trixie might need here against Crystal Rose.
I agree with you. And speaking of the mind games, very seldom do we see Crystal Rose backing down from an opponent initially, but Trixie with an interesting sort of demeanor and posture here, perhaps getting to the head of Crystal Rose, but we go, nice lockup here in the center of the ring.
Okay, let me ask this. Jesse, have you ever been in the ring as a wrestler?
Once, and I got hurt, and I never went back.
Blake, have you ever been in the ring as a wrestler?
Not built for that, no.
Do you want to go against somebody that's bad stuff crazy like that, a head full of steam, or do you want to slow her down so you can actually wrestle? She's biting her.
I would slow her down. There's not much slowing down. Trixie, like you said, biting her finger, but Crystal very quickly getting back the upper hand.
I tell you what, the people in the white coat with the big nets are going to be looking for that broad right there.
Side headlock. Takeover by Trixie. Trixie has the upper hand early on here.
She's got the weight advantage. But she doesn't have the years that Crystal Rose has.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, experience is an invaluable asset here in wrestling, and few people are as experienced in this arena as Crystal Rose.
Great way to battle out of that side headlock there with the head scissors by Crystal Rose, but great ring awareness there by Trixie to lock her ankles around the ropes and force the 5 count.
I mean, you know a lot about Crystal Rose, Tristan. You claim to, at the very least. How long has Crystal been here at the Landmark Arena? How long has she been considered the woman, if you can fill me in on that?
Going a little bit over 20 years, if I'm not mistaken.
20 years of experience, that alone would win you most matches. But you add the attitude and the arrogance. Chris Rose is certainly someone you don't want to mess with. But Trixie very much catching her off guard, but Crystal having the upper hand there, the shoulder tackle.
And see, Jesse, you might have the weight advantage. Oh, no, never mind.
Pair of arm drags now. Big drop kick takes Crystal off her feet and out of the ring.
See, Jesse, that's smart. You roll out, get away from her, make her calm down.
You beat me to the call there. It's like in any other sport. When your opponent's getting hot, you got to call a timeout to cool them off. And Crystal Rose calling her own timeout there.
Smart. Trixie giving chase, but...
And there's the ring smarts.
Exactly as you said, the veteran experience of Crystal Rose stomping on Trixie. She got in the ring. And a massive forearm right across the jaw.
You could almost argue that being here in the Landmark Arena is a home field advantage for Crystal Rose.
Oh, it's definitely a home field advantage.
I mean, as you said, Tristan, she has bled in this ring for the past 20 years, but that certainly hasn't won her any favors with the crowd. Trixie still solidly has the proverbial sixth man in this situation, the crowd.
Trixie wisely getting up, but Crystal Rose not giving her the room to breathe, realizing her opponent's on the ground and trying to continue the onslaught here.
Crystal taunting the crowd as she chokes Trixie on the ropes. Making very sure to not only hurt her opponent, but make sure the crowd are annoyed.
Ooh.
There's that veteran experience coming into play there again. Crystal Rose following Trixie out of the ring, not giving her the room to breathe, to call her own timeout like we spoke about earlier. But
oh, my. Crystal Rose going for that overhanded chop. Oh, my Lord.
Just a hollow
Missing
thud
wildly.
here.
Crystal Rose missed wildly, and Trixie came back with a chop of her own. Sounded like a gunshot went off in the arena.
Oh, that's not right. Needs to stay right in the ring where it belongs.
Crystal Rose down after being tossed from the barricade. And a second time. My, oh, my.
Trixie just laying these shots in here, using the barricade as a weapon as well.
I mean, Trixie is fighting Crystal at her own game, which is pure aggression. Trixie gets sent flying into the barricade as well.
Payback time.
Giving her some wake-up slaps there, trying not to let her get too gassed here, but
Trixie rolls all the way to the other side of the ring, preventing a pin from happening.
Crystal Rose giving chase. Again, not wanting to give her that moment to breathe, but Trixie laying a forearm in there and right back to that barricade.
And that was point blank into the barricade, too. Just using all of her force to send her flying into it.
Crystal has to get away from her, create some separation.
Trixie giving chase. Goes to the pin now.
Took out. All right, there we go.
Only a
Crystal
count
Rose
of 2.
is still into this.
You notice Crystal there having to use her entire body in that kick out, not just lifting the shoulder, but getting a drive through the hips and the legs, all of her base to throw out of that pin.
And there you see it. Chris Rose raking the eye of Trixie. Not legal in the rule books.
It does not matter if it's legal, it's effective.
As I feel like that can be said a lot of Crystal Rose. Not very pretty, but effective.
A split-legged arm drag there. Only a 2 count.
My God, can I please go put my referee gear on?
I believe our referee's been counting everything right down the middle from what I've seen. Fair winner so far.
Trixie laying in a clothesline there, dropping Crystal Rose again. But
turning Crystal Rose around. Big spinning back elbow, knocking Crystal clean off her feet.
Come on, Crystal, roll out of the ring.
Crystal getting backed up into the corner now. Off the ropes. Big, massive boot right to the side of the head.
The woman's in the corner. This is not right.
And a second time just driving her boot through the face of Crystal Rose.
You know, technically that can be a disqualification.
How so?
The referee's warned her several times. It's his discretion.
you know, perhaps Trixie heard you throwing Crystal Rose out of the middle of the ring and into that super kick, but
2 count only.
Trust me, it's going to take a lot more to put down Crystal Rose. Crystal has been through many bloody battles here at the Landmark Arena. This one, I'm sure, is no different.
see the disbelief on the face of Trixie there. Back-to-back pump kicks and a super kick, but only a 2 count.
Oh, now he wants to say something. Watch the eye.
And there she goes again. Back to the eye and a big Samoan drop. Crystal Rose able to lift the bigger woman up.
Crystal Rose calling for the end of the match here, going up top.
Crystal Rose going up to the top. Could be looking for a high-risk maneuver here.
Oh!
Big corkscrew crossbody misses wildly.
Oh, come on, Crystal.
But Trixie has to find a way to get back to her feet and take advantage of this.
But this, again, going back to that veteran experience of Crystal Rose, all of the damage she's done up to Trixie has led to this being out of gas here for Trixie, the newer of the 2 competitors. Going for something big here, a sort of modified Alabama slam. But rolling Crystal Rose toward the ropes there. And
I do have to give Tristan the credit. That was a rookie mistake by Trixie. Rolling her toward, trying to roll her over to make the pin.
Disqualify her. Disqualify her now.
You know, I got to admit, Tristan, I don't think you'd ever take that from anybody if you were in your ref.
No.
Hold on, did you see that?
No.
Crystal Rose had
My monitor went out.
the studded wristband and slammed right across the back of the head of Trixie.
I didn't see anything.
The referee, much like you, Tristan,
Bird
didn't see
stomp.
anything.
Just planting Trixie into the mat there. This got to be it here.
1, 2, and 3.
And your winner, the natural born legend, Crystal Rose.
Well, I'll tell you, the rule books don't like it, but the record book will show it. Crystal Rose did get this win, albeit with an asterisk.
What effort? I didn't see no effort. She just punched a woman in the back of the head.
With-
That's legal.
With a studded armband.
I didn't see that. Jesse, did you see that?